Hello, hello everyone. I'm Saurabh Sharma, assistant professor, and today I'm going to start the new topic that of capital gain. That is the types of capital gain. How to calculate capital gain. So, if you want to calculate the capital gain, then you first need to know that what type of capital gain you are calculating. If your asset is short-term capital asset, then gain is short-term capital gain asset. And if your asset is long-term capital asset, then the gain should be the long-term capital gain. What is the difference between them? If the asset is long-term and asset is short-term, what is the difference between them? The basic difference between the calculation of the long-term capital gain and the short-term capital gain is the indexation. In long-term capital gain, indexation is provided while calculating the capital gain. Instead, whether in case of the short-term capital gain, there is no need to provide the indexation to the cost of asset. Okay, so when you want to calculate the gain, the capital gain, then first you need to know that which kind of capital gain you are talking about. If your asset is short term, then gain is also the short term. If the asset is long term, then the gain is also long term. Okay, now we come to the next point, that how to calculate that, how to identify that gain is long term capital gain or gain is short term capital gain. I want to teach you the capital gain with the different chart of the asset. Let me show you the chart of the asset with the help of chart. Wait for a second. Wait for a second. Look at this chart. This is the best chart of explanation of the types of capital gain. Wait for a second. That you have to categorize the asset in three parts. You have to categorize the all the assets in three parts. That is, first part is listed security, second is unlisted security and land and building, and third is the other capital asset. First is listed, second is unlisted, third is other capital asset. While calculating the capital gain on the listed securities, then you have to consider the deadline of 12 months. If you hold the asset for less than 12 months, then the capital gain on the sale of asset, on the transfer of asset, will be the short term. And if you hold the asset for more than 12 months, then the gain calculated on the transfer of this asset will be the long term. That means the 12 months deadline, which is decisive, which makes a decisive role, then asset is long term or asset is short term. Okay, hold the asset hold the asset more than the 12 month, then long term. Hold the asset for less than the deadline, that is 12 month, then the capital gain calculated on that asset is short term. Now the next point are arising on calculating the unlisted shares, then the land and building or both. The deadline, the decisive quantitative number, the period is 24 months. If you hold the asset for more than 24 months, then the asset is long-term capital asset, and on transfer of long-term capital asset, the gain is also long-term capital gain, and indexation is providing on the cost as well as on the improvement. Whether if you hold the unlisted securities and land and building for less than 24 months, in that case, the asset which is the unlisted security or land and building is called the short-term capital asset. And when you transfer the short-term capital asset, the gain will also be the short-term capital gain. Okay, and there is no indexation facility provided in case of short-term capital gain. Now we move to the next point, which is the last point of the short-term and long-term capital gain, that is other capital asset, unit of debts-oriented funds, unlisted securities other than shares, and other capital asset. The deadline, which is decisive for the all other assets, is 36 months. If you hold the asset for more than 36 months, then the asset is long-term capital asset, and the gain on transfer of the asset is also the long-term capital gain. Whether in case of if you hold the asset for less than 36 months, then the then the asset is short-term capital asset, and the gain on transfer of that asset is also short-term capital. Okay. So this is the categorization of the long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain. Now we come now let me revise the capital gain first. So means you have to learn the three periods: 12, 24, 36. It means you have to learn the table of 12, 12, 24 and 36. 12 for the unlisted listed securities, other than unit. Second is unlisted security, land and building, and the third is for 36 is other capital assets and unit of debt oriented funds. So you have to learn with this technique 12, 24 and 36. Let speak with me. Try to learn in this video, in the 10 minutes video, that first is 24, 12, 24, 36, listed, unlisted and capital asset. Okay, so you have to learn this question, because this question can come in examination for at least 4 marks, and if the long question is come, then you can gain the 15 marks from that question. In that case, you have to make the format of the capital gain also, that is how to calculate long term capital gain and how to calculate the short term capital gain. The procedure of calculating the capital gain is so simple. There is no rocket science to calculating the capital gain, like particular and amount. Okay, and in case of particular, the topic is full value of consideration minus cost of acquisition, full value of consideration minus cost of acquisition, indexation of cost of acquisition actually, and I think the third thing is a cost of improvement and less cost of transferring the asset and the net capital gain. That's how we will calculate the capital gain. I hope you got the point. Please take the screenshot and learn it. Thank you everyone.